Hey y'all, what it do? Tiffany back again for another and the final week of Insecure. Yeah, we are at the season finale. I'm sad y'all, our friends are gone. I have really enjoyed the joy that Insecure brings me on Sunday. Definitely in the midst of everything happening in the world right now and being in the house with this pandemic and kind of feeling a little bit stir crazy. It has been something that I have looked forward to week after week after week. So definitely sad to see my friends go. Yes, my friends. I know them personally. They call me, but not gonna get to see them on Sunday anymore, which is kind of sucky. But I do get to cancel my HBO subscription, so I'll save a little monthly coin. So I guess win-lose sort of situation. But let's hop right into it. So I didn't do a recap last week. I just honestly wasn't feeling it. There was already so many feels happening and a lot of anger and just emotion brewing up. And then Molly decided she was going to be a whole bitch. And I was just upset. And I didn't want to come on here and just be upset. And honestly, I didn't really feel like it. So I took some personal time. Didn't do a recap or any thoughts from last week. But thoughts on that is just that Molly is straight trash. And I just am tired of it. Moving into this week, the first thing I want to start with is Tiffany. How many times have I hopped on these videos? How many times have I been on Twitter asking, when are we going to talk about Tiffany? When are we going to check in with her? Is anybody noticing what's happening with her besides Derek and Kelly? And Avi, no. We have her missing for 2 days. They're on this excursion trying to find her. I love so much how hard Derek is going for her and just like all his feelings and stuff like that. He really is a good man and he loves her. What this made me think about is last season when they're at Coachella and Tiffany and Issa have this moment in the car of like, I'm worried. I'm worried about what our friendships become after this. Like, you guys will still have your life and get to go and do whatever, but y'all ain't gonna be checking for me. It's gonna be different. I'm gonna be in the house. Like, I'm, sad about it. And here we are a whole nother season later, and exactly that is what has happened. Molly and Issa have so much going on, either between them fighting or working and doing all their other stuff and trying to get their life together. They're not checking in on Tiffany. I mean, I'm sure the understanding is that in between episodes, and if these were real people and they're like living their lives, they would see her and kind of check in every now and then. But with so much going on and everything that we are seeing, it's kind of hard to believe that they would be doing it as often as they should, or even, would want to, just because they have so much stuff going on. So this was really tough. I'm very, very happy it didn't end some other crazy way. Suicide, I know, was on the table. Really running away and being somewhere gone was on the table. And then a lot of people have also been talking about cheating rumors and maybe the baby's not Derek's and all this kind of stuff. But I did see that Princess shut that portion of the conversation down, which was nice. From Tiffany, I do want to hop into Molly because, again, she starts this episode being a whole bitch and being Molly, and her and Andrew get into a fight. Seems like they break up for good. We don't get an official closure because Kelly is calling to inform her and get her help with finding Tiffany. But this is Andrew, like the straw that broke the camel's back. He's finally had it with her, making everything about her, everything on her schedule, kind of biting the tongue to just continue to make her happy. So I'm happy Andrew finally said something. However, I do feel like he let himself get this frustrated this long and then blew up. I don't want them to break up. I don't want him off the show because he is fine. And I want them to, fight for I love that she was kind of like pushing for that. But like he was saying, is this what you really want? Like, I can't even tell, sis, because it's just like you just want me to be here to smash, to be your little arm candy piece, but really you're just living your own life and we kind of move in adjacent to each other, but that's it. I don't know if this is what you really want. He brought up the brother situation, which he should have done last episode, but he kind of had all this pent up stuff and he was fed up and tired. Very happy, like I said, somebody finally kind of put Molly in her place, but I don't know. I'm hoping they either reconcile or it will reconcile with her getting some help, or we get to see Andrew a lot more by way of Nathan. With Nathan, we see that he's thriving, and him and Issa, after their awkward, kind of heated moving exchange, are cool. He's taking her through the barbershop, through the space that they talked about that he would have for her to potentially do her next event, which I feel like lets us know that next season we are going to get a little bit more of them. They're still going to be figuring out this push-pull that is their relationship, that I think might get a little bit more push now that we find out officially that Condola's pregnant, she's keeping it. That makes this weird situation with Lawrence. Black Twitter, y'all called it. Like, y'all really did. I saw this all last week, all the week before, like, talking about it, and here we are. She's pregnant, she's gonna keep it. Lawrence pulls up on Issa to let her know, and to also let her know that his intentions are to be with her, and that he didn't want Condola to keep the baby. It wasn't something that he planned, it wasn't something that he exactly wanted. But Issa, like the rest of us, I mean, shit. You know, like, can she just have some happiness for once? Can it just be right for once? Why it's always got to be so complicated? So I know that's a weird situation for Lawrence, and you know, you kind of want to feel bad, but we wasn't really trying to have you back in the first place, Pooh. And now here you come with a baby, and a fresh baby. Like, that's what's gonna be weird. Issa and Condola already have their like issue or whatever because of him. So can you imagine this blended family and trying to do right by this little black baby? Like, ugh. But if there isn't some like push-pull, Issa and Lawrence staying together, I'm not really sure like where the show goes, because we're not cutting out Asia Bay, cutting out Lawrence, and just moving into this whole Nathan thing very quickly. I know Lawrence is still part of the friend group through Derek, however, that's not intertwined in the story enough. So I don't know, I'm interested to see where they go. I do kind of like, I would have rather Condola just go away. I was fine with that. I mean, here for the black girls, love you sis, but why? So I guess we'll see where that goes. I also think that means that Lawrence is not gonna move and go and be a Charlie nigga, because what is he gonna do with his baby? Like, that switches up the whole thing. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do y'all think he would still go? Would you stay with him? Like, is that even an option for you? It's a no for me, dog. Like, for real. We end this episode with a Issa and Molly rekindling, and I don't know how I feel about it, girls. I just feel like Molly took it too far. Too far. Now, we don't get one of those 3 weeks later, a year later, whatever notices to tell us how much time it's been, but they look the same. I mean, so this is basically right after the situation with Tiffany, and they do make it very clear that Molly is the one who reached out, and Molly, of course, humbles herself and is like, I'm thankful, you know, thank you for deciding to show up, but I don't know. I know I was looking at tweets, and Prentice, who was a showrunner, was talking about how they wanted both of them to realize this wasn't the type of friendship that just grows on trees, like, and to really kind of like suffer on the outer portions to show how important they were to each other. And I get that. I really, really do. But I still can't help but to feel like the only reason Molly reached out is because she doesn't have Andrew anymore. Like, she was all gung-ho and like whatever and living her best life and didn't really need Issa because she had him. But now that she doesn't have him, it seems like, okay, cool, I'll run back to my friend. And that to me is still really trash. Like, if Molly is going to redeem herself, I need a real, true Molly redemption, like something meaningful, purposeful, not situationally bringing her back to her friend that she dogged the fuck out. Like, the next episode or in the beginning of the next season needs to literally be them at that same table talking, and we need to hear Molly spill and apologize and take ownership. And then I feel like episode after that needs to be therapy. So maybe we just need a spin-off of Molly getting the help she needs to get her shit together because we're tired. Like, she's a lot. And she's probably a lot of us also, like if I'm just gonna keep it bun. But as someone watching a television show, I just am tired of her and I need her to get it right. Issa is, you know, taking her little baby steps to get it right. She has for sure always been the needy friend, the kind of bummy friend or whatever, but that role has flipped. And she's never been the mean or rude or aggressive friend or hurtful friend. And Molly just leaned into that oh so quickly. And I think it's going to take a little bit more than, all right, girl, we've been beefing for a long time. Let's just get it over with, at least for me. That wraps up this episode. And that wraps up this recap and my thoughts. Y'all, again, I'm so sad that it's over. I really am. I feel like a lot of us bond over this. A lot of us need this right now in this time. Thank you to everybody who watches. Please let me know in the comments what you think, what you would do if you were in the love triangle with Lawrence, Condola, and Issa. How are you feeling about Molly and Issa reconnecting? Were you one of the people that called it that Condola was pregnant? And do you think Andrew is gone for good? Hopefully not. Like, subscribe, share this video with your homies. Stay tuned for more dope stuff and just creating content for you guys. Thank you. Thank you to Issa, Prentice, Melina, Yvonne, the whole cast, all of them. This is seriously my shit. I'm so thankful to see something so fucking black on TV. And it's amazing. Cannot wait till it comes back. Until next time, y'all. Thanks.